Oh, I love this part. The moment right before the mask slips off, before the truth comes spilling out like a bad joke with a killer punchline. You feel it too, don't you? That tension, that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. It's like the build-up in a horror movie, right before the big reveal, when you realize the monster isn't hiding under your bed or lurking in the shadows. It's right in front of you, wearing the face of someone you trusted. That's the moment. The one when everything changes, when the truth hits harder than you ever thought possible. We live in a world that thrives on games, manipulations, facades. People wear masks every day, smiling, pretending, spinning a web of lies until it's so tangled up, so dense, you can't see where the threads start or end. And they play this game with you, with all of us. The game of trust. The game where they know exactly how much of your soul they can borrow without paying it back. They know how to get under your skin, how to make you believe in something that isn't real. You think you're playing fair, thinking you're dealing with someone who shares your values, your goals, someone who sees you as an equal. But no, they never did. From the very start, you were a pawn, a stepping stone in their game. And now the mask is slipping. You can feel it, you can see it. What they hid behind all this time is starting to crack, and the truth is bleeding through, seeping into every corner of your life like a poison. They don't care about you. They never did. Your trust was just a tool, a means to an end. They used it like a weapon, forged in the fires of your own belief in them, a belief you didn't even know you were offering. And now you stand there, staring at the wreckage, at the shattered pieces of your own trust, and you realize none of it was real. But here's the thing. The consequences of their game are far from fake. This isn't some childish drama playing out in your head. These aren't imaginary wounds. When someone plays with your trust, the scars they leave are deep, etched into the very fabric of who you are. The damage they cause isn't just temporary. It doesn't fade away after a few days, a few weeks. Number, it lingers. It festers. It changes you. It makes you question every other person who comes into your life. It makes you wonder if anyone is ever truly sincere, if anyone can ever be trusted again. But don't make the mistake of thinking that their game is the final word on who you are. Don't let the consequences of their deceit become the chains that hold you back. They may have used your trust to play their game, but that doesn't mean you've lost the war. In fact, it's only just begun. The consequences may be real, but that doesn't mean they define you. You still have the power to take control. You still have the strength to stand up, to rise from the ashes they've left behind, and rebuild something stronger, something more resilient. I know, it's tempting to want to shut everything down, to close yourself off from the world. It's tempting to let the weight of their lies crush you, to let the bitterness take root in your heart and poison your every thought. But that's exactly what they want. That's part of the game. They want you to doubt yourself, to question your worth, to collapse under the weight of their betrayal. They want you to feel small, powerless, insignificant. Because when you're stuck in that place, when you're consumed by the hurt they caused, you can't see the truth, that you're stronger than you think, that you have the power to break free from the prison they've built for you. You see, trust isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It's the kind of strength that can't be taken away by anyone, no matter how much they try to manipulate or control you. And when they exploit your trust for their own gain, when they use it to play their twisted little game, they're not breaking you. They're only revealing their own weakness. They're exposing the fact that they're too small, too afraid to earn trust in the way that really matters. They don't have the courage to be real, to be honest, to live in the truth. So they hide behind lies and deception. They hide behind masks. But you don't have to play that game. You don't have to wear a mask to survive. You don't have to manipulate, deceive, or exploit others to feel powerful. That's their game, not yours. Their consequences may be real, but yours are the consequences of a choice to rise above, to move forward, to learn from the pain, but not let it define you. A choice to trust again, not blindly, not foolishly, but with eyes wide open, knowing that the world is filled with people who are worthy of that trust, even if they're harder to find than you once believed. The truth of the matter is, the more someone tries to take advantage of your trust, the more they reveal about themselves. They reveal their insecurities, their desperation, their fear. And that's where you have the power. You have the power to choose what happens next. The consequences of their actions might have rattled you, might have left scars, but you're still standing, aren't you? They thought they could tear you down. They thought they could make you crumble under the weight of their deceit. But here you are, alive, breathing, with the ability to heal, to grow, to become even more formidable than before. In the end, you will see this betrayal for what it truly is, an opportunity to sharpen your instincts, to develop wisdom in how you trust and who you trust. You'll look back on this moment, not with regret or bitterness, but with clarity. You'll see that the game they played with your trust wasn't a loss, it was a lesson, and the consequences, they're a reminder of just how far you've come, how much you've learned, how much stronger you are now than you ever were before. So don't let the consequences of their game control your future. Don't let their manipulation make you doubt yourself or your worth. Take this moment, the one before the mask slips off, and turn it into fuel. Use it to ignite the fire inside you, the one that refuses to be extinguished by anyone's lies. Don't let their actions dictate your path. Your trust may have been their game, but now it's your life, your strength, and your future that will shape the outcome. The consequences may be real, but so is your power. So is your ability to rise, to reclaim what's yours, and to never forget the lesson you learned along the way. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. The mask is off, and now you see them for who they truly are. But more importantly, now you see yourself for who you truly are. In the moments when everything feels like it's falling apart, when your heart is bruised and the lies are still echoing in your ears, it can be hard to remember your own strength. In those moments, it's easy to forget that the truth of your power is not something that can be taken from you. It's not something that can be manipulated or used against you, not in the long run. Because in the end, what's inside you is far more powerful than any lie, any betrayal, any game someone plays at your expense. When someone betrays your trust, it feels like the ground has been ripped from beneath your feet. It feels like everything you believed in, everything you worked for, is suddenly in question. They want you to feel this way, to feel small, powerless, like you're caught in a trap you can't escape from. They want to make you doubt your own judgment, to make you second guess everything you thought was true. They want you to forget the power you hold within you. But here's the cold, hard truth. You are the one who determines your fate. You are the one who chooses whether this betrayal defines you or whether you rise above it. No matter how deep the pain cuts, no matter how hard the world feels in that moment of realization, the one thing no one can take from you is your ability to grow. The strength you've built up over the years, the resilience you've developed, the wisdom you've gained, all of that is yours. They may have played their game with your trust, but they didn't take your power. They didn't take your will to rise. They didn't steal your ability to rebuild yourself. They simply set the stage for you to become the person you were always meant to be. You see, the moment you realize the truth of their betrayal, The moment the mask slips and you see them for who they really are, something profound happens. It's as if a veil is lifted from your eyes. You begin to see things differently, not just about them, but about everything. You realize that the world is full of deception, but also full of opportunities for those who are strong enough to face the truth. You realize that the lies you believed in were just a reflection of your own hopes, not the reality of the person standing in front of you. And when you come to this realization, something incredible happens. You stop looking for validation from others. You stop seeking approval from people who are not worthy of your trust. The power that was once given to them is now returned to you. You reclaim what's rightfully yours: your self-respect, your dignity, your faith in yourself. The consequences of their actions are not your burden to carry. Yes, they've caused pain, and yes, you'll feel the sting of betrayal for a while. But the real question is, what are you going to do with it? Will you let it define you? Will you let it hold you back? Or will you take that pain and use it to fuel your rise? In this world, everyone will face moments of betrayal. It's inevitable. People will lie to you, manipulate you, use you, and discard you without a second thought. It's an unfortunate part of life, but it's also what teaches us how to be wise. It's what teaches us the value of discernment, of being careful with our trust. Trust is not something to be given away freely, not to everyone. But once you've learned how to recognize the signs of a true connection, once you've learned how to tell the difference between authenticity and deception, no one can fool you again. You'll walk through life with your eyes wide open, aware of the games people play, but also aware of the fact that you are stronger than any of their manipulations. That's the key: awareness. Once you're aware of who people really are, of the games they're playing, and of your own ability to protect yourself, nothing they do can truly harm you. Yes, the consequences of their actions might still affect you for a while, but they will not break you. They will not determine your fate. You determine your fate. You control your path. They might have played with your trust, but that was their mistake. They didn't realize that in doing so, they were only setting you up to learn a crucial lesson. They were helping you understand just how much power you have inside you. There's something liberating about seeing the truth. It's painful, yes, but it's also freeing. You no longer have to waste your time and energy trying to fit into someone else's narrative, trying to make something work that was never meant to be. When you see the truth, you don't waste time chasing after people who aren't worthy of your trust. You stop trying to fix things that can't be fixed. You accept the reality for what it is, and you make peace with the fact that some people are simply not meant to be in your life. But the most powerful thing you can do after facing the truth is to forgive yourself. Yes, forgive yourself. It's easy to blame yourself after someone betrays you, to think, how could I have been so stupid? Or, why didn't I see it coming? But you were never the one playing the game. You were never the one trying to manipulate. You trusted because you believed in people, because you gave them the benefit of the doubt, and because you thought the world was a better place than it sometimes proves to be. You trusted because you are capable of love and honesty, two qualities that not everyone shares. So stop punishing yourself for being kind. Stop punishing yourself for believing in people. You did nothing wrong. The only mistake you made was trusting someone who didn't deserve it. And that's a lesson, not a failure. The beauty of life is that we are always given a choice. No matter how much the world tries to knock us down, no matter how many games people play with our emotions or our trust, we can always choose to rise. We can always choose to move forward. The road may be hard and the scars may remain for a while, but time heals. It always does. And every day that you choose to get back up, you become stronger. You become more resilient. You become more aware of your own value, and you stop seeking validation from those who don't truly deserve it. They may have thought they could break you. They may have thought that by betraying your trust, they could rob you of your power. But in reality, they only made you more powerful. They only pushed you to realize just how much strength you have inside you, just how much you're capable of. They thought they were winning, but they didn't realize that their betrayal was setting the stage for your comeback. When you choose to rise, when you choose to face the consequences of their actions with grace and strength, you claim victory over them. You show them that you are not broken, that you are not their victim. You are stronger than that. And in the end, the consequences of their game will be their downfall, not yours. So take a deep breath. Take a step forward. You've already survived the hardest part. You've already seen the truth. You've already felt the sting of betrayal. But now it's time to rise. It's time to take back what's yours. It's time to embrace the power that's always been within you. The consequences may be real, but so is your power. So is your ability to rise, to reclaim what's yours, and to never forget the lesson you learned along the way. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. The mask is off, and now you see them for who they truly are. But more importantly, now you see yourself for who you truly are. And that is the victory no one can ever take from you. Life will always throw obstacles our way, and betrayal is one of the hardest to face. But in these moments, we have a choice. We can let the consequences of someone else's actions define us, or we can choose to rise, to learn, and to become stronger. The power is in your hands. Trust may have been their game, but your response to it is your victory. Never forget that.